You this evening. Elchemy, a tech-driven cross-border specialty chemical distribution platform, has raised $5.6 million as Series A funding. The round was led by Prime Venture Partners along with participation from existing investor InfoEdge Ventures. To tell us how Elchemy is revolutionizing the $800 billion specialty chemicals market through its tech-first approach, joining me now is its co-founder Hardik Seth. Hardik, welcome to Startup Street. You claim to address critical pain points in specialty chemical distribution. Hardik, tell us what are these and how are you solving them? What do you offer?
Yeah, hi Shruti. Thanks a lot for having me here, first of all. So Elchemy, as you rightly said, is a B2B marketplace for cross-border trade of chemicals. We deal specially in only specialty chemicals, and we are an exports-focused organization, right? So we help small and mid-sized Indian manufacturers expand their presence outside India. For buyers globally, we help them solve two challenges. One is of discovery, and second is of reliability, right? So there are about 10,000 manufacturers in India who manufacture specialty chemicals. It becomes very difficult for a buyer who's sitting internationally to procure these raw materials. And so we help them do that. And then we solve for reliability, which is where we take care of the quality risks, and we also take care of the supply chain end to end.
All right. So basically what I understand is that Elchemy allows customers to procure, track orders, get customer support. And like you said, has applications for customer lifecycle management, or you also do freight optimization and supply chain visibility. But Hardik, tell us the kind of operational efficiency you've brought to your clients in terms of time and money.
Yeah, so a lot of our customers who are buying chemicals from us are buying from India for the very first time, right? So if they're buying from China, they're already paying an anti-dumping duty to the tune of 20-25% if they're in the US and about 10% for some of the other countries, right? So we help them, save that cost directly. We also help them save a lot of costs on supply chain because a typical order fulfillment cycle is about 45 days. We help them procure these chemicals within 30 to 35 days, right? And then all the freight optimization that we do, we pass on that saving directly to our customers.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the fundraise now. With the fresh funds raised, you plan to enhance your tech capabilities and expand your global footprint further into North America. What are the new offerings, Hardik, that you're working on currently, and what kind of a demand are you seeing in North America?
So we are extremely strong in personal care and cosmetics chemicals, right? In the US especially, and North America in general as a region, we are seeing a lot of growth in the flavors and fragrances market. Right, so now with this capital raise, we are expanding in that direction. We'll be having a small sales and support team in North America as well. And then we are also investing in ESG and compliances, which becomes extremely important in chemicals.
All right. Like you mentioned a little earlier, that Elchemy helps international buyers discover and source specialty chemicals from India and Southeast Asia. And on the supply side, you've partnered with emerging manufacturers and large publicly listed chemical companies. Hardik, if you could take us through your revenue model and your current revenue share.
Yeah, so a lot of companies outside of India use us as their extended procurement team. So they will give us all their sourcing mandates. We will do, as I said, we will do the discovery on their end, take care of quality, and deliver the goods to their warehouse at no additional headache or costs of theirs, right? So 100% of what we do goes under the Elchemy label, right? So the manufacturer gives us the material in neutral branding, and then we ship it across in Elchemy branding.
All right, Hardik, what are the current business growth numbers that you're seeing, and what is the top line looking like? Also, if you could give us a revenue share between India and the other markets.
Yeah, so 100% of what we do is exports, right? We don't sell to customers in India at the moment. Okay. We have customers across 35 countries, and our larger presence is in Americas region, right? Having said that, in terms of our growth, when we started our exports business about 2 years back, we used to cater to a couple of customers. And today we have 80 customers outside of India. So we have grown pretty rapidly over the last 24 months.
And what is the road to profitability looking like, Hardik?
We have hit EBITDA profitability in August of last year, but we then fueled more money to sort of grow very rapidly. So this industry is such where you make decent margins. And so for us, getting profitable is just a matter of when we want to do it and not the industry itself. Yeah.
All right. So, given the strong tailwinds from China Plus One opportunities and Make in India initiatives, clearly, Hardik, there is immense potential for you to grow. But what is the biggest challenge today for you, and how do you plan to resolve that?
So the biggest challenge actually is in terms of assuring quality, right? So international buyers expect a certain level of quality and safety standards, and Indian manufacturers typically, they are not there yet. So we help them deliver through the SOPs those quality and safety standards. One, we also co-invest with them in some safety standards so that they are, internationally accepted.
Okay, all right. One final question to you, Hardik. Like you mentioned, you serve over 80 clients globally. You facilitate exports to more than 50 ports worldwide. Where do you see the next leg of growth coming from? And will you also look to grow inorganically? Will we see some M&A action in the future?
So our growth is going to come from the North America market, right? So we strongly believe that this market is extremely deep. It's a large market. Indian specialty chemicals is, according to some reports, it's 30, some reports it's 40, but within that range, about 30-40 billion dollars worth of exports, right? And it is growing at double-digit growth rates. So we have just scratched the surface right now. And if we continue to do what we are already doing, we'll grow pretty rapidly anyway, but it will largely come from the North America market.
All right. Okay. So it's organic growth as of now. Hardik, wish you the very best with all your growth plans. Many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today.
Thanks, Shruti. Thanks so much.
All right. Let's now take a quick look at some